Hi, my name is Liz Miller, and I'm going to show you how to put together the oboe. First, you'll want to grab the middle joint and check the cork. Make sure that the cork has a bit of moisture to it and that it's not dry. If the cork is dry, you'll want to add a little bit of cork grease to it, and just a tiny bit. And then rub the grease into the cork, just so that it feels a slight moisture to it. You won't have to do this each time, only if the cork feels really dry. So next you'll grab the bell, and you want to put the bell into the middle joint. If your bell has a key, you want to make sure to line up the bridge key with the bridge key on the middle joint. The bridge key on the bell goes over top of the bridge key on the middle joint. So I begin by pressing the bell in and then just gently wiggle it back and forth while you press a little bit. And then make sure to line up the bridge key. If your bell does not have a key, you can try to line up the logo so it's going down the middle of the oboe. And if your bell has two holes, the two holes will just be on the side here. Next, we'll grab the top joint. You want to make sure that the cork on the top joint isn't dry. So add a bit of cork grease if you need to, just so that there's a bit of moisture. You'll want to be very careful with the top joint because the top joint has two bridge keys on the side that need to line up exactly with the bridge keys on the middle joint. So very carefully push down a little bit and twist and push the top joint into the middle joint. As soon as the bridge keys get close, make sure that the bridge keys on the top joint are going over top of the bridge keys on the middle joint. So you want to make sure that you aren't pressing any keys because that could lift one of the bridge keys on the middle joint. So just be very careful here, twisting gently back and forth, watching the bridge keys so that the top bridge keys are going over top of the middle bridge keys. And once the joints are together, you can make sure to line up the bridge keys exactly on each side. Next, you'll want to grab your reed. You'll want to put the reed into the reed socket. And you'll want to line up the reed in line with the octave key. Make sure you push and twist the reed into the reed socket from the cork. Do not grab the thread because the thread can get loose and then your reed can fall apart. So make sure you push and twist from the cork. And push the reed so that it can't go in any further. Make sure it's pushed all the way into the reed socket. Otherwise you'll be out of tune when you play. And then I'm just twisting the reed so that it lines up with the octave key. And you've put your oboe together. Now let's go over hand position. So your right hand goes onto the middle joint here. Your thumb will rest under the thumb rest. Your first finger will just hover over that first big key. Second middle finger, line it up with the middle key, and third finger, line it up with the third key. Your pinky will just rest in this area over these keys. Your left hand, you want to shape it sort of like an alligator's mouth and rest your thumb just under the octave key. First finger lines up with first key, second finger with second key, and third finger with the third key. And you'll want to hold the oboe at a 45-degree angle. Make sure to bring the oboe to you, that you're sitting up straight. So this is about a 45-degree angle. You can imagine that if the reed were to go through and extend through your head, that it would just be popping up through the top of your head, and that might also help you get that angle.